I'm answering the second question. Explain the awareness obsession of time in four writers we have read from at least two different units. First one is the symbolism poet Verlaine. He uses phonosymbology in his poem The Autumn Sun, which is create symbols through sounds. With long sobs, the violin throbs of autumn wound my heart with languorous and monotonous sound. He uses long vowels in the first two stanzas to imitate the sounds of crying. He connects his poet to music and to seasons and to nature and to his feelings by long lugubrious and long languorous feeling. He uses the that leaf that blowing in the wind to represent himself and to express his sadness feeling towards the autumn and towards the passage of time. The party is a romanticism poet. He thinks that nature can take him out of the reality to the beyond. And he thinks that everyday life is too short and time destroys. So, in his poet, The Infinite, he expressed the opposite positive emotion. He expressed that the awareness of the passage of time and to the beauty, to the absolute, the endless spaces far beyond the more than human silence and deepest space. He uses skies as represents to the eternity and immortality. He used this image to express his desire to the eternity, to um, immortality. And when I hear the wind come blowing through the trees, I pit its voice against that boundless silence and summon up eternity. He wants to use the wind's power to summon eternity, which means he wants to get out of the reality world, to get out his own shell, to get over the limit. Castro also expressed the emotion towards the time past, but she has many negative emotion in her work because her child died. She expressed that although the children is dead, but the time is still passing. The other things are still developing, but the memory of her child will last forever. He had left me forever, but my soul yearns with the eagerness of love to greet my darling. You will come or I shall go. Whether we twain can meet, within my body something of you remains that cannot die. And in another poet, she uses season as a ruler to measure time. How swift the passage of each thing in our sad world, by a wild giant quivering our lives, our world. Yesterday but today arose, and then the sun scorched blossom goes as summer masters spring. She uses the season to express the passage of time and mortality. She also uses metaphor, which adds some chilly colors to her tragedy. And Keats also is a romanticism poet. He longed for unattainable. In The Bright Star, he lied with his lover in the silent night and watched the star. Pillowed upon my fair love's ripening breast, to feel forever its soft fall and swell, awake forever in a sweet and rest still to hear her tender taken breath, and so live ever, or else swoon to death. The star is far beyond him and make him to think. He wants to have the forever life as the star, but it's impossible. So he understands that. So and he wants to stay this situation with his girlfriend or wife in this still time and space, but he knows that this is unchangeable, so he expressed loss, the sense of loss and eternity in this poem.